Hi, everybody. Ian Bremmer here around your world in 180 seconds. Have your questions, as always, lined up on my phone, and we're ready to go. Number one, is Brazil moving closer to China and away from the United States? The answer is yes, but they don't want to be perceived that way, in part because they haven't made many headlines. They haven't been hit very hard by Trump on trade. They run a deficit with the United States, not a surplus, which makes it easier from that perspective. A lot of political issues. Lula is certainly not a big Trump fan. Bolsonaro, who is, nominally running against him or going to be running behind the scenes against him when he ends up in jail, is very much a supporter of Trump and MAGA. But the reality is that as the Chinese de-risk away from the United States more, that is a benefit, a significant benefit to Brazil. Much more trade, especially commodities trade, food trade, happening from Brazil into China, and the Brazilians are looking to see a lot more investment. They want to work with Chinese tech, not just American tech, and they're, of course, engaging in the BRICS. That's a really important summit for them, much more strategic long-term, I think, than they consider the Americans, at least as long as this administration is in power. Okay, number two, will the new India-Pakistan ceasefire actually hold? Yes. And I will say that Modi's foreign minister, others in the cabinet, were not particularly happy that the Americans leaned in and pressured them into a ceasefire and pressured them into talking about India and Pakistan together, as opposed to supporting India, which is much more important to the United States strategically. But they listened. They didn't want to take any more pain from the Americans on trade. They got to a good place a few weeks ago, and given all of that, were accepting of a ceasefire. They do want there to be hell to pay if they think the Pakistan government is behind anything else that directly impinges on Indian national security, especially terrorist activities. So I think we're in a more dangerous place today than we were a couple of weeks ago on the subcontinent, but the ceasefire itself, for now, will hold. And finally, what's Trump hoping to accomplish with his Gulf states tour? He wants this to be the most successful foreign trip that he's had as president, including the Gulf trip last time around. He's not going to Israel, but he does want to show himself both as, first and foremost, a successful business leader driving the American economy as the most attractive place to work with. And so big announcements from the UAE, from Qatar, from Saudi Arabia. And then the important thing is to see how much of that is real and how much of it is just headline news that's repackaged stuff that was already intended to happen. There's a lot of that gamesmanship that's going on. And secondly, having more peace in the region, more stability in the region. Keep in mind that Trump's biggest success in his first administration in geopolitics was the Abraham Accords. These are the countries he's most comfortable with, most aligned with, and that's his first trip. That's it for me. I'll talk to you all real soon.